Do you want to add layers to your gel pen but you're completely confused to no end? Are you overwhelmed by which layer goes first and which goes last? And to top it all off, there's more than one way of pulling a print, both of which are exact opposites of each other and hence only help to add to the confusion. But no worries, today I'll be showing you both ways, that is single pull gel prints and layer by layer. Not every print can be replicated both ways, so I chose one which could be. And hence you can easily see which layer goes first in which type of print. As you can see, we have already made a couple of background layers to help us along the way. The first print is going to be a single pull. What this means is that the layers will be built directly on the gel plate and then pulled all in one go. We'll keep it simple and stick to a 3-layer print. For the first layer, we are using the color American Cheese. This is going to be our first layer on the gel print and the top layer on our paper. We want our design to show through this layer. Hence, we use a stencil and remove the extra area on one of the backgrounds that was created earlier. Make sure to press in the negative areas so the paper makes contact with the paint and picks it all up. This gives us a very pretty 2-layered gel print. Let's pick up some of the paint that is left behind so we have a clean ghost print left. We can see the ghost print once we remove the stencil. Next, we add our middle layer, a blue color, once we make sure our top layer is dry. Let's make some marks using a Lego base. This makes for some really nice polka dots through which we will be able to see our base layer. Let's also add a few more marks using this handmade mark making tool. Oops, I took off a bit more paint than I had originally planned, but I don't mind that. That means a bit more of the base will be visible. By this point, it's time to add our last layer, which is actually the base layer or the background of our gel print. It is a beautiful metallic copper shade. I turned it over a bit too quickly and forgot that I had not yet placed the paper on the plate. The copper had already started drying, so I had to add a bit more of the paint. Best to add the paper before flipping the plate. Lesson learned. By the way, if this kind of step by step is helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. I've got loads more gel printing videos coming your way. Now you can see the first layer that we put on the plate has come on the top. Blue is in the middle and the last layer has become a background, and you can see it in places where the blue paint was removed. And here is how our print looks once we pull it off the plate. I hope this gives you a good idea of how a single pull works before we recreate the design layer by layer. When you make a jelly print layer by layer, it works the exact opposite of how the single pull works. You work one layer at a time. Since we'll be building the layers one by one, the first layer that needs to be added is the base or background layer, hence the metallic copper. Please do remember that I'm waiting in between layers to make sure the color dries before I pick it up. It may seem instantaneous in the video because I'm not showing you the wait time. Also, the wait time will be different depending on your paint and the temperature and the humidity at your end. It is now time for our middle layer, that is blue. We follow the same steps after we have braided the color evenly over the plate. We use the same Lego base to add marks that look like polka dots and our handmade marking tool. I even try to pick up the extra paint like I did last time by accident. You might want to note one difference at this point, and that is we are only making marks in the middle blue layer since we're going one step at a time. In the single pull, the marks were made on both layers that were on the gel plate at that time. That is not only the blue layer but also the top layer ghost print. We then pick up the blue layer on the paper with our copper background. So far, everything looks exactly the same with one exception. We still have to add our top layer. If you remember, in our single pull, this was our first layer to be added, but in this method, our top layer is always going to be the one we add last. So let's get down to putting the paint on the plate. It seems to be getting mixed up a bit with the blue that was already on the plate, but it doesn't really make much difference to our final print. Let's use a stencil and an already available background layer to pick up the negative print. And this gives another fun background that can be used in a collage. Quite a bit of the paint did not come up, so we can use the edges of the rice paper to pick up the extra paint that has not dried up as yet. This leaves us with a ghost print, and this time we do not need to let it dry. In fact, we need to place our paper as soon as we can before the paint dries. You can see how the print will look once you flip it over. Let's pull the print and then compare both side by side. The one on the left is the one we just pulled, layer by layer. The one on the right is the single pull we did earlier. The one difference you will notice immediately is that the copper is more intense in the single pull. This is because of what we discussed earlier about the marks being made through both the top layers. Hence, the copper is showing through both the American cheese and the blue layers. Whereas in the layer by layer, there were no markings made in the top layer, so it covers the area fully. You might prefer one method over the other, or you might switch from one to another depending on the look that you want. Some looks can only be achieved one way or the other, and you will slowly learn which one to use depending on the result you want. Experiment with both, and you will get the hang of it. Let me know if you have any questions. And don't forget to subscribe so you can be here for our next fun video, which is going to be about one of my worst gel printing days when everything went wrong. And yet, the ending, well, you'll have to wait and see what that was. See you next time.